Now, I want to preface this video by acknowledging that I hear some of you. I hear some of your complaints that all I do is shit on Wizards of the Coast. But the fact of the matter is, there is an endless sea of channels out there if you want somebody who is only going to look at the world through rose-colored glasses. There is an unlimited number of Magic the Gathering YouTubers who would rather be flown around to GPs than be critical of any of the services that so many of you rely on. Now, I don't need to do this for a living like some other people, so I can't judge them for their own decisions. But what I'm saying is, there is a million options for run-of-the-mill shill channels, and here you have one option for somebody that's going to tell it like it is, or at least how they see it. I'm not always right, and we're not always going to agree, but that's okay. That's not the community I want. I want to have spirited debate in the comment sections. I want to have spirited debates on Twitter and discussions and push the topic forward, because I'm not always going to be right and you're not always going to be right. So if we work together, I think everyone around us gets better. And the reason I'm critical of Wizards of the Coast, even though many of us believe that they wouldn't let me spray water on them if they were on fire, is because I really do deep down hope that somebody out there from Wizards of the Coast, or if enough of us can raise enough noise, that they will see that they have completely abandoned their their core player base in exchange for a lot of these progressive ideologies, a lot of products that don't appeal to its core demographic. And I understand that there are fanboys and girls. That's okay. I was like that once too. But you have to understand that when sales are down 20% or more year over year, that's not me being a salty dick. That's me being honest and showing you the truth. And you would be shocked by how many people, when I sent out that Hasbro financial report, argued with me on Twitter about how I was being negative. No, this is the reality, and you can either sit there with your fingers in your ears and pretend like you're right, or pretend that the fact that you hate me because I voted for Donald Trump and that's all that matters to you, then this game is just going to die. We can do that, or we can work together to try and get Wizards of the Coast attention that not every decision they're making is great for the game. And Battle Bond is just another perfect example of a terrible set that features, in my opinion, some of the most milquetoast computer-generated clip art that I've ever seen in my life. I will say, of course, art is your opinion, but it is my opinion that of the modern era, let's say the last 15 years of Magic, this is hands down the worst art I've ever seen. It evokes no emotion. It gets you 0% enthralled, intrigued, interested. They all look like stock characters from some JRPG. I mean, I want to show you a couple of things, and then you're welcome to disagree with me in the comment section down below. Okay? So I'll try to stay away from the ideological reasons why I think the art is looking like the way it is, even though they're hard to deny. I'm sure there will be people in the comment section down below that share it. But why do men and women look exactly the same? Why are they virtually indistinguishable from each other? I mean, the men look like women. This guy couldn't be more feminine. No facial hair, like long flowing blonde hair. I mean, and then you have somebody like this where they're like, well, it's a boring character. Let's give it orange hair. I mean, which political ideology is obsessed with brightly colored hair? I'm just saying, okay? The soy levels in this art are unbelievable. And that's not even the worst part. Look, Battle Bond is cramming in enough high-value reprints that will force some players to buy the packs. When you have land tax, and by the way, this looks beautiful. And like I said, look, So many people get so fucking triggered when I criticize anything. It's not like I don't like certain things. I think this land tax art is awesome. You got True Name Nemesis reprint, good decision. You've got Doubling Season reprint. By the way, this art is trash. Trash. It looks like a Pokemon Battle Dome. It is not at all thematic. It's just a stock photo of a futuristic city. This has nothing to do with what the flavor of the card is. These are valid concerns, in my opinion, and some people just can't hear them. That's okay. But try to listen, because I'm telling you that art like this is scaring people away. It's boring. Look at this stock photo of a dude with a purple mullet. I mean, give me a break. I mean, this is like, I've said before that a lot of this art is like ripped off straight out of Mad Max Fury Road. I want you to see a couple of the worst examples, and there are many. Okay, this card, Sour of Temptation, this looks great. Looks great, okay? They're not all bad, but there is a lot of bad ones. Look at these two characters. They look exactly the same, except one has blue hair. I mean, you have Proud Mentor and Impetuous Protege. They look boring, forgettable. No wear, no scars, no cuts, nothing interesting about them. Right? And then in this art, you actually have this guy pictured in the back again. And I want to show you another thing. Look at Pier, okay? We already talked about how hilariously dumb this art is. And I know some people will think it's cute. That's okay. I promise you, even if I forget, okay, even if I forget to say it, this is my opinion. However, sales side with me. So you can either fight against it or you can find a middle ground. I am fine with a middle ground with a more natural looking art like this, or I'm sorry, newer looking art like this, okay? This I am not okay with. Who is your target? Who? I mean, the only reason I can give for the art looking like this, and if they had a business case for it, this is what I would think it is. Pokemon is the bubble burst on Pokemon. Remember when Pokemon Go came out, the Pokemon TCG saw another huge surge. A lot of those players have quit or gone dormant. If Wizards of the Coast said, yes, this is why we're drawing our art like this, at least I could understand it. I still wouldn't like it, but I would understand why. If that's not why, then why are you drawing cartoons for children? I mean, this game is for 13 plus. And don't give me that, well, 13's young bullshit. When I got into this game, it was for the gore. It was for the macabre. It was for the scary. If I wanted to play this when I was young, I would have played Pokemon. And by the way, again, is Pier... Now, I don't know, but I'm assuming this person's name is Pier. Again, we have this genderless... It could be a guy, could be a girl. I don't know. That's what some ideologies want out of art, right? They remove the distinctly masculine aspects of characters and they become these like whatever. Okay, so here, look at Pier here, right? Now look at Pier here. He's white. Is he transracial? Did he go from white at 5 years old to black at 7 years old? Or is Pier not his name? If I'm wrong about that, okay. But he appears to me to be white here and black here. And also, could you rip off Monsters, Inc. more? Jesus. I mean, what the hell? This literally looks like the thing from Monsters, Inc. I don't understand who they're trying to appeal to. Look at this. That's okay. That's okay. But this still looks like an animation screenshotted out of a JRPG fight scene, right? Look at what Augur Spree was, just going back to RTR. Now that is good, okay? Healing, a Centaur Healer is good, right? You have stuff like, Peregrine Drake, okay, fine. Fertile Ground, this looks great. So I'm telling you that it's not just, it's not like I don't like anything, but overall, this art is bland. Look at Huddle Up, right? Doesn't this look like it's just a screen grab from some cutscene? Totally indistinguishable from any stock characters. I just don't understand what is their end game. You can disagree with me, and that's okay. Neither one of us are probably right, correct? There's somewhere in the middle that's really the real middle ground. But you have to understand that whether or not you want to agree with me, the numbers don't lie. Battlebond will be a hilarious failure unless they completely go over the top with these reprints, right? I mean, Land Tax and Foil will do great. You got True Name Nemesis. You've got Doubling Season. We've got a fair number of good reprints so far. Nothing really crazy. I mean, how many times does he have reprint Sword to Plowshares? Doom Traveler. There are some good reprints in here. But again, nobody's interested. And you know what? I won't call this content creator out by name, but you got content creators out there, for example, that are tweeting out that they've been asking for a two-headed giant product forever, and then you can just go through their Twitter feed for the past 5 years and they've never asked for it ever. They've never put out a video saying that they want Battlebond. So when you're a shill content creator, yes, you don't have the like to dislike ratio I get. I get it. Doesn't hurt my feelings when you dislike the video. That's okay, right? I like it when you like it, but I'm indifferent when you dislike it because we're going to disagree. But these shill creators and content people aren't helping you. They are making it worse because they are the ones that get Wizards of the Coast's ear and push them down the direction where males and females look exactly alike in the art. Or where they're drawing fucking cartoons or ripping off Monsters, Inc. This is what listening and supporting shills gets you. They don't listen to real criticism. Their Twitter feed is littered with feedback, right? They literally announced this as the feedback era. They're not taking our feedback. They're only taking the feedback from the people they want it from. And we may still be in the minority, people that agree with me, right? There are certainly some people that enjoy this art. There must be, okay? But they're not. They're going to screw themselves even worse by continuing to go down this path, not listening to their core fans. This is the same problem Star Wars is having. This is the same problem that Warhammer's 40K is having now with this ridiculous Warhammer Adventures or whatever. If you want to make a children's version of Magic, go ahead. But people that are buying the packs of your cards don't want Monsters, Inc. on their cards. They don't. If they wanted that, they'd play Pokemon. This art looks terrible.